Yeah, right on. So I'm Eric Joseph Lotus. I'm a educator, permaculturist, herbalist, yogi. Love everything to do with the natural world and plants and mushrooms and ecology, and really just creating a more beautiful, livable world for generations to come. Found out
Nice.
about Mountain Run from Elisha Somerville over at Gobbleberry Farm. And he was just singing your praises and telling me how great the land is and how great y'all are. And he was like, you should see if they still have spots open for teachers. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. So here we are, and I'm stoked about it. The more I learn about your space and about y'all, the more excited I am to collaborate with you. So definitely
Awesome.
looking forward to this first mountain run.
Yeah. Well, we're excited to have you. And you're going to be offering a class. I may not have the exact title, but it's something along the lines of the yoga of plants. Is that correct?
That's exactly it. Yep. Yeah. The yoga of plants. It's where we look at herbalism, permaculture, and foraging through a lens of yoga philosophy, because, yoga is this practice of oneness and union and expanding our awareness and our consciousness to include um, a broader understanding of what we are and what life is. And plants give us this direct access to that every day. Every day we're experiencing yoga through the plants, because we breathe in what they breathe out and they breathe in what we breathe out. Every bit of food that we put in our mouths comes directly or indirectly from plants. So it's really just a reminder of the truth that our lives are fundamentally interconnected with plants.
Hmm. Awesome. Awesome. So, what can people expect from the class in terms of what they'll actually do in the class, the types of things they'll learn? What are some things they'll take home with them that will hopefully inspire them to, make some changes and integrate plants into their life a little bit more consciously?
Yeah, so I always like to approach the class in it's unique every time, just based on who shows up. So it's really going to depend a lot on the vibe of the people who come as to the specifics of what we cover. But I always started out with a little foundation of yoga philosophy and the foundational concepts of yoga, and then we start to dive into botany and foraging and permaculture and earth stewardship and herbal healing, and how these are all sort of pathways through which we can deepen our relationship with plants.
Cool. Awesome. And I can say just from my experience teaching at Mountain Run Jam, people get really excited about anything that has to do with foraging and herbalism. People are really hungry to figure out how can they just walk out their door and know what this plant is and the types of qualities it has. So I think people will be really excited to have this new angle of looking at plants in the natural world. Um, and I think I heard that you are kind of inspired a lot by Frank Cook
Yes,
and some of his
indeed.
teachings. Is that right?
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, Frank is the one who set me straight. I was first looking into foraging as just a way to get a free meal, as like
Yeah.
kind of a user and very like kind of opportunistic sort of mentality. And then when Frank pointed out that, like, hey, plants are people, they're making decisions, they're our friends, they're our teachers, they're our elders, it dawned on me that, like, whoa, this foraging thing isn't like a means to an end. It's the whole path. It's
Yeah.
everything. It's all of it. It's the experience that human beings are missing in our hearts and minds. So yeah, it
Very nice.
kind of tied it all together for me in a beautiful way.
Cool. Yeah, for folks who don't know who Frank Cook, rest in peace. He was an herbalist and a teacher. Who I knew him through his YouTube videos years ago, but he did have a very special way of teaching about plants and kind of connecting to the natural world. That's more than, like you said, just what do I get out of it type of attitude.
Yeah. Yeah, I never got to meet him personally either. But ever since I found out about him, I just like tracked down all of his teachers and friends, and now they're my teachers and friends too. So hanging out with like Jim Duke and Joe Hollis and Mark Williams, Patrick Ironwood, Chad Ananda, a bunch of great Rainbow Family people, and Mike All Stevens down in Florida, Andy Firk down there as well. So yeah, it's really cool how the path has kind of opened up. I feel like he's with me, kind of guiding my steps in some ways. So
Cool.
very grateful for that spiritual giant and blessings that he continues to share.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. So what are you most excited about for this Mountain Run Jam? What are you hoping to learn and experience at your first jam?
Oh, I mean, I'm always most excited to find the bliss babies, you know, the super high vibes humans who are doing great things and creating the world that I want to live in and the world that I want to leave behind. So that's always the most exciting thing. I'm always happy if I can meet one new plant or find out about one new variety of apricot or almond or, you know, whatever. It's always exciting to see a new forest garden and always exciting to see new land, especially when it's so close to the Appalachian Trail and you know, that deep Appalachian forest vibe. There's always some great plant friends hiding out in those hollers and hills.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh yeah. Tons of plant friends at Mountain Run Farm. Cool, man. Well, I appreciate you taking time to do this, and we look forward to having you as a teacher. And I'm sure people will be excited to learn more about your offering and join you on your what do you call it, a plant walk?
Yeah, I would call it a plant walk and talk,
Cool.
a little bit of both. We'll sit,
Cool.
we'll talk. Might turn into more of a plant crawl if there's too
Yeah.
many awesome plants.
Yeah. Yeah, I like to joke when I do plant walks that the walk part might be an oversell.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you can't make it 3 inches without finding another awesome friend to talk about.